Well, what a way to end a bike ride. Steve ended up with a flat tire. We zoomed into our other campground, Sue Lock's campground, to check if our site was empty, and lo and behold, Steve got a flat tire right at the campsite. So we locked his bike up and left it here. I pedaled back to the other campground and he walked. It's about half a mile. And I started stowing away all the gear, got everything ready to move. And we moved on over here to Site 52 in Sue Lock's campground, right in town, just a little bit further down from the other one we were at, Awney Osborne. And we got a really nice water site here, kind of right on the corner of the campground, looking out. There's a little ferry boat of some sorts there. There's a little harbor here. There's our neighbor, it looks like, out on the little fishing dock. So we get to see the ships from here just as well. We have a little fire pit here and our table. And here's our campsite. Here, I'll back up a little bit. Little Nick is not happy that I'm out here and he's not. So Steve's going to take a look at his tire and see what happened. We're going to get up into the mid-80s today. So we put the quilted windshield cover on at our campsite. And yeah, things are a little tight. This is tighter than what we usually do for camping. But we do have water and electric, so we can run the air conditioning. Nicholas, that's enough. Hey, that's enough out of you. Hush. You want a hand with that? Steve's going to start operating and troubleshooting and see why he got a flat.
Thanks first.
Here's our little air compressor that's rechargeable. You charge it up and take it along with you. There's enough power on here to charge it. Here we are, Sue Lock's campground, Sault Ste. Marie. I bought a sticker. Here's some that I bought over at the falls. One about Great Lakes, one about the UP, and Kitsch Itty Keepy. And a friend of mine sent me these cute little Sheltie stickers, so we added them too. Bit by bit, we're adding on different stickers on here. Here's one about Roku. I love Roku. Here's one about recreating responsibly in Montana. Here's Wyoming, that was on here. Here's Rhino, that's the lock for our hitch. Here's Tire Minder, our TPMS system. So anyhow, we're kind of adding to our collection. We don't want to put stickers on the motorhome, but we'll put them on here. Oh, we got a cruise ship going past. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decks. It's called the Pearl Mist.
Down below too. That must be the eating area probably.
Ah, there it goes.
Kitchen and eating area down below. And bar.
Yeah, so we're sitting right here in our lawn chairs, watching the cruise ship Pearl Mist go past. Wave to him, Steve.
He was staring at us.
There's a loon. Saw it diving under, looking for stuff. Kind of close to our campsite. They're usually pretty elusive birds. You don't see them in highly congested or residential areas. And we're just sitting out here watching the boats go by right here out of our campsite. Right, Nick? You watching the boats? Watching the birds? Having a beer? Oh, was it? Steve said he kind of flopped up and flipped his wings in the air and landed back down. There's a ship going through at night at the campground. This one's coming through from the south and heading out to Marquette, Michigan. I'm using a website to monitor marine traffic through the Soo Locks. Now over there on the Canadian side, Sault Ste. Marie, Canada has power tonight. But Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan does not. Everything's dark in the campground over here. There's one guy with an awning light on, and that's it. Yeah, everything's dark. Everybody went to bed early, too. Except us. We have power. We have our Blue Eddy, extra battery power. Well, there goes the boat. There's the end of it. So we're jealous of the people across the river that all have power. Of course, nothing is on in town. There's no restaurants, no gas stations, no anything, because the entire town's without power until at least after midnight till they get things fixed. This has a transmission out and power pole replacements and who knows what. So everybody else is in the dark, but we're watching TV. So back to our HGTV show. A nice little spot in the shade where Nick can be on a little rope. Maybe down here. There. We're out on Rotary Island Park. Cross a little bridge to get out here. And we're right by the ferry for Sugar Island. It's like a 5-mile long island out here. Some people live out there. And this is the channel the big ships come through just as much as the little ferry crisscrosses. What a beautiful afternoon. This is Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. And what is today? Wednesday, huh? Is today Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday. And Nicodocius came here so he can run around a little bit. Our campsite up at the Soo Locks campground is not very big, and he can't run around very much. So here we can run. Run, 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 run. At least he can sniff. You gonna sniff? Yeah, you gonna sniff? Okay. Goodbye. Oh, oh, heaven forbid I leave you, huh? I'd never leave you. Just making sure you didn't leave him either.
I'll watch her. She doesn't take off on that.
We took a little walk over next door to the campground to the YOOPER PASTY Company. And that's in Sault Ste. Marie on the Michigan side. Now, pasties are a dinner that's a traditional food from the Cornish miners that came from Cornwall, England. And it's a wrapped up pastry crust, usually made with lard. And the tops of these have a little baked in piece of dough in the shape of the UP of Michigan. Isn't that adorable? And what the miners did is leftover stew, meat, potatoes, rutabagas were very traditional, were wrapped up in a crust and baked. And your name was poked in, your initial was poked in, because various family members of the same family worked in the mines. And they would heat these up, wrapped in a little piece of cloth, kind of like a napkin. And they would wrap them up and heat them on their little mining lamps down in the mine for dinner time. And here's what they look like inside. These are the traditional, there's all different variations, but see, they are meat and potatoes. Usually the meat is beef and pork sausage, little bits of potatoes, and pieces of rutabaga. Some people eat them with ketchup. Some people eat them with gravy. Some people just put on butter. But the traditional way was to pick them up in your hand and eat them wrapped in your cloth and eat them all the way till you got to the end. And the little corner on the end you had to give to the Tommyknockers. Those were the little spirits that lived down in the mine. And you would have to give them the end as kind of a little thing to keep them satisfied and keep you safe. So that's the tradition of a YOOPER pasty. So we are having pasties for supper tonight. Getting ready to leave Sioux Locks Campground, and we are waiting for the lineup at the dump station. So let's see where we're going today. We are going to leave Sioux Locks up here. We're going to head down and cross the Mackinac Bridge and work our way maybe to Petoskey State Park. We'll see. In the meantime, Steve just dumped the trash, and now we're moving ahead to take our turn at the dump stations. Nice that there's two of them here. We can take our pick, see who moves forward first. Think that little coachman will dump quick, or this big one, he looks like he's done. He's just cleaning up a little. The ground around the coachman looks cleaner and nicer. It looks like the ground on the one on the right looks a little wet and messy, like somebody had a spill. Tank dumping is done. It's a dirty job, but somebody has to do it, right?
That's for sure.
Oh, well, I do the inside part. I put a couple gallons back in the toilet along with some of our Happy Camper powder. And boy, since we've been using Happy Camper instead of those little packets, big difference. No way authorized or sponsored or anything else by Happy Camper. We just notice a difference. Bought it on Amazon. I'll include a link down in the description. So here we are leaving the Sioux Locks. We're not going to run over that guy on his bicycle. Now we saw this other Winnebago product, this Navion, but they weren't here at all. Otherwise we would have waved and said hello. So hello to whoever you are. Okay, we're gonna head out. 1, 2 coming. And head to the bridge. Go to the lower peninsula. The Mighty Mac coming up next.